got a 2015 through 2022 Ford Edge, you can flat tow it. So let's go ahead and check out what we got to do in order to flat tow it. But hey, it's easy, but it's limited. No, this is a titanium 2019. Now, one reason flat towing really don't work, because you have to put it into accessory mode, and then you have to turn it to neutral. So when you do go to flat tow, you got to leave it in accessory mode. And I'm going to show you what happens when you leave it in there for a period of time and why it won't work just to run it off the battery to flat tow. Because hey, things happen. So let's go ahead and put it in accessory mode. And I'm going to make sure I got the radio and everything else off. And then you have to start it. Put it in neutral. Then you have to block the tire because it's going to be in neutral. So I got the tire blocked. Turn it off. And then that's what happens, folks. You cannot leave it in accessory mode. Turn off the car. So if you want to try to turn it into neutral, you're not going to be able to do it. It's not going to happen. So, you know, no matter what you do, you have to leave the engine running, because the minute you turn the engine off, it goes into park. So you have to have a workaround for this. We can try putting the emergency brake on. There you go. And then we can leave it in neutral. Put foot on the brake, put it in neutral, and turn it off, and you will see what happens. It slides over to park. No way to do it. So even if you put the brake on, it's still not going to happen. Well, we got the MPR, what they call the manual parking brake release. And there's a little screw right here. You're supposed to be able to pull this out, but I'm not seeing how that's going to work. I'm thinking this little screw right here, or whatever it is in the way of me getting it out. So I got to find the right size screw, because I'm not having much luck prying this out. There we go. Got it with this. Whoops, sorry. Got it with a little flat blade screwdriver. But it is stuck with that little screw. So we got to get that screw off of there. So we'll get this little screw off of here, if I can manage it. There we go. Doesn't seem like it wants to come out. So let's go ahead and pry her back out. Nope, just doesn't want to pop out. That little screw wants to hold it. See that? That little screw don't want to come out. Just not coming out. It's in there pretty tough. Let's see if we can sort of force it back. need a little more grip on how they put it in. Nope, it's not coming out like it's supposed to. But anyway, once you get this off of here, we'll have to just take and slide this little cover back over that screw. And you can see where that little hole is right there. So we'll just slide it in and put it in. Apparently Ford doesn't want you messing with this thing very much. But right here, this is the MPR, and you pull all this out like so, and they got it conveniently wrapped and everything. Then you see how this is, but we have to pull this out to take it out of the manual parking release. Now, one thing you want to do is make sure you got your tire chalked. I can't see you trying to get down in here and doing all this. But let's go ahead and see if we can't light that up a little better so we can see in there. Let me get a better view for you. I think you can see in there that wire that goes up in there, right there. You want to pull this, and when you do, you want to pull it towards you and then lock it in. And trust me, folks, this is a tight spot, so I don't know that I can actually get the video of me doing this because it is so tight. But that is where we're going to be going, right in there. So let's see if we can actually pull this and get it out of there and release the parking brake. Now, as it says, we're supposed to pull this and move it to the lower right hand side. So we will pull it, and trust me, it is pretty tight. But we'll pull it and move it to the lower right hand side like so. That will release the parking brake. Just like that. Let's take a closer look. You see how it's hooked up in here, like so, and it's locked into that position. That is how it locks in. So you do that, you can then tow because you no longer have brakes. So let's verify this. So now we'll go ahead and start it. Get my light out of the way. And you'll get a C manual. Transmission not in park. Okay, door ajar, because I have the door ajar. But C manual. So you're going to get these warning lights that the car is not in park and it can actually roll. Now the reason I'm not rolling is for this reason. You have to put a block in front of your tire, especially if you're on a decline and you don't want to run into your Toyota. But you have to use a block because this vehicle will now roll forwards and backwards. And it is not locked into the transmission and the parking brake is disengaged, so it is free to roll. Now, there's other problems that go with this. Now look what you get when you shut the door. Shift system fault, confirmed part brake apply before exiting vehicle. So that's another thing it's going to tell you. All of that's going to go in line, but this vehicle can now freely roll. And it is in park as far as see with the light flashing. Oh, I didn't know that. They didn't say that. So the park light will flash. You can't change it. Now what happens if we put it in gear? Does it move? Yeah, it moves. Neutral. It just rolls. And when you put it in neutral, park 8 on, when you put it in neutral, see manual, select S to confirm stay in neutral mode. And I just press the S. So I'm staying in neutral mode. Stay in neutral mode. Press brake to unlock shifter. So I'm in neutral mode now. Once I press the S, I'm in neutral mode. So it'll stay there. Now, does it stay there when I turn the car off? Keep in mind that I'm going to turn the car off. So let's see what it does when I turn the car off. I'm trying to block the sun. So let's see what happens when I turn the car off. I bet you it goes to park. There we go. Transmission not in park notice. And I turn it into accessory. And it stays in neutral. So now you can tow the vehicle. It's in neutral mode. You got to press the brake to unlock the shifter. So if I press the brake, it'll unlock the shifter. And then it tells me full power accessory active, stay in neutral mode, press brake to unlock shifter. Okay, so right now it's locked into neutral. You can tow it, you can do whatever you want to do, and that's pretty much it. Now, how does this work with flat towing is the question. Now let me see what happens here when I press the brake. Stay in neutral mode, press brake to unlock shifter. So we're still in there. You cannot move it. That's right. It is locked in. So the only way we're going to unlock it is by returning everything back to the way it was. So let's disengage this and get it back to normal. Now I'm going to pull this cable and it goes back in. Let's see what it did. I pulled it and put my foot on the brake, and it went from neutral back to park. That's all it took, was pushing on the brake. So now the override function is done. You close up the cap, and you're back to normal driving again. Let's see, we put it in drive, easy, reverse, neutral. Then we're in drive, all that good stuff. So you can go into neutral, select S to confirm, stay in neutral mode, engaged. Now, I haven't done this when I go through a car wash, because quite frankly it stays in neutral during the period of time. I think you got like 15 minutes before it times out, but you can hit the S mode to stay engaged in neutral while the engine's running. But here's the problem: you hit OK, and then when you let go of the brake again, it says stay in neutral mode, press brake to unlock shifter. And then I press the brake, and then I can unlock the shifter, and you have to manually put it into park. So you can do it temporarily that way too, but it does work. So anyway, that's how that all works. Let's talk about some flat towing. tell you what, I had to slide that little hole into that screw, and then I had to screw the screw in to draw that plastic cover in so that it could snap it back into place. But got it back in. They didn't make that easy. It should have just been a snap cover, but I guess the screw was some sort of defeat purpose. Don't know what the deal is, but you can break it off if you're not careful. So anyway, I got it back in without breaking anything. Well, as you can see, it's a pretty simple thing to do. Just got to get that little screw, it won't come out. It just, bottomed out in there and it wasn't going to feed back out. But I did get it out without breaking anything and got it back in by, just turning it and getting it fed back in, and it snapped right into place. So that's the easy part. You can flat tow your Ford Edge according to Ford for 50 miles. That's it. If you want to do an RV flat tow, you can do it, but here's the kicker. Ford says no. Okay? So what could possibly happen? Well, if yours is under warranty yet, I guarantee you with all the electronics and everything that you have to do to the Edge to flat tow it behind an RV, you're pretty much taking that Ford warranty and throwing it out the window. Ford's going to fight you if you got a lot of electrical issues, because quite frankly, to do an RV tow, you have to do a lot of work. In my research on it, one, you need to install a battery disconnect. Okay, because you don't want power going to the Edge. It's not going to work out well. So you want to take that power away from the Edge, but you still want to give it power. So that means you now have to take the umbilical from your RV and then connect it to your tow bar. Well, in order to install a tow bar, you're going to have to be hacking up the front end of your Edge in order to get all the tow bar connections to pop out. So, yes, you're going to be cutting parts of your fascia apart to get the tow bar in. But hey, that's the price of having a toad, as they call them. But either way, you're going to go ahead and do all that modification and get it hooked up, have the umbilical, and they make so many different types of tow bars. One name runs it in. They're not a sponsor, but one name that I do know from my past history is the Blue Ox. And they make a lot of different ones for the Ford Edges, and they have a kit that you can buy that includes the tow bar, and then you can add accessories onto it for the power, for the braking system, the lights, and everything else. And I'm going to tell you, you're probably getting over $2,000 easily buying all this stuff, and then maybe labor. You could be a lot higher than that getting it all done if you don't DIY this thing. But hey, you can tow it. But again, Ford says no more than 50 miles. So you're going more than 50 miles, yeah, you're tossing your warranty out the window for the most part, because they say not to do it. Now, if you do flat tow it, I guess with an RV, it probably would not hurt to start her up and run her a little bit and get the juices flowing, and then at every stop or fuel stop or whatever you're doing, to start her up and get the juices flowing there, just to keep things lubricated. But overall, the RVers are, I would say, are your best source of information on how to actually do this 2015 through 2022 Ford Edge flat towing. E-Trailers is another place that I would say is a wealth of information for that. I'm not going to go into it. I don't have the kits, I don't have the equipment or anything to do that, and I'm not going to go into that. But I just wanted to let you all know that it is capable. And the biggest thing is, if you do need to tow your Edge and you don't have a tow truck or a flatbed trailer, you can do a temporary short-term tow, all four wheels, by simply doing what I did at the beginning of this video, and that will put it in neutral. But be careful, because the vehicle will roll. So again, those wheel chocks and everything are very important. But it is fully capable of being flat towed for a short distance according to Ford and under the warranty area. If you keep it down to a minimum, like less than 50 miles, you'll be good. But that's only under emergency situations. But hey, essentially Ford says no, you cannot flat tow. RVers say yes, you can flat tow, but it takes modifications. It takes a lot of equipment, braking, and everything else, because RVers know you have to have the vehicle actually have its own braking system, and that equipment is sort of a workaround. You know, they're actually adding accessories to the brake pedal to push physically push the brake pedal based on the input from the brake controller. So yeah, there's a lot of caveats to this, and just not going to go into it. But there are some videos out there that show how they got them hooked up. But I just wanted to inform you all that it can be done, especially how you can disable the MPR, the manual parking release, and all this other stuff, putting the transmission in neutral, locking it in, and I think that showed you all how to do that. So anyway, this is MACT, and I hope you found this video informative. Make sure you subscribe, like, ring the bell. That's right, give me all those likes you guys got. You know, if I get 300 views, I'd like to see 300 likes. It's that easy. And also those ads help pay for this. So anyway, I do have a group over at MeWe, MACTFORDEDGE on MeWe, so join up there, and you can also have all the fun and information that we do as far as vehicle repair. I also have a MeWe group, MACT Garage. So join up there, folks, and come join the fun as far as vehicle repair, maintenance, and knowledge. Never hurts. And hey, Band of One's got, they got some great music they usually play at the end of this stuff. Mercy Girl, yes, she's always got a couple one-liners. And my feet hit the floor today. I'm having a great day, and I want you to have a great day too. And see you on the flip side. Oh wait, you guys want to see water pump video? Well, that's coming. Thanks for watching. Oh, you guys still here? There's a cat video at the end of this. What's wrong, Tammy? Not happy with the newcomer? How you doing, Buttercup? What's wrong with you, huh? Not happy? Tammy? Yeah, you're not happy, are you?
Thank you for watching MACT's videos, and remember to like and subscribe. This is a Mercy Go production.